One thing that sets me apart from other birth classes is our labor bat signal. So, did you use your labor bat signal? And if so, how did you feel about having direct access and virtual support from a labor nurse and a team of doulas?
I probably should have used it a little bit sooner when I was in my 3 days of labor, because by the time I had started using it, I chose medication-free birthing. And so I was just, all of a sudden I got to a point where I couldn't use it. I didn't instruct my husband on how to get to the Circle app and start, communicating with you and Trish. It was amazing. The support that you guys were there for and that I could respond to was perfect.
Yeah, I did. And I was very relieved to get answers from you guys because I hadn't experienced prodromal labor the last time. So you were able to help me understand what was going on with my body at the time. So that was great. Yeah.
After I came out of the hospital, I used the labor bat signal. My postpartum was surprisingly to me, it took me aback. It was really comforting to know that, again, there was a resource there that I didn't have to dig for. And I just was able to hop on and ask and say things if I needed to say things. So it was really comforting.
I did. It was great for me because I ended up having to go in and be induced. And there were some things that went on in the induction that kind of threw me for a loop. So I was able to message and everything ended up being okay. That was super helpful because it kind of calmed my nerves down.
I thought it was great. I also think, though, had I not, like if it had been the middle of the night, right, and you weren't awake or something, I also think that I would have had a lot of the tools. Like, it was great, but I think we were well prepared for whatever was going to happen.
So peaceful. Throughout my whole pregnancy, I've been hearing like, you need all of these things. We wish that we could have a doula and afford that in our lives right now, but we can't. And just having experts right in front of us that we can ask questions to when there's things going weird or it just feels weird, like it's just peaceful.
That's been really helpful because we definitely talked about having doula, and that just is not, I feel like every time I've been able to like message something about my appointment and like feeling discouraged about something, both Taylor and Lene and you like jump in and you're like, no, you're doing so great, like this is so awesome, and like keep doing what you're doing, and here's your options, like remember what you have, remember what your choices can be. And I think that's so helpful because you can take the class like so many times and still like in the moment like question yourself in the doctor's office, especially like this time around having them like say different things that my previous doctor's office had never said to me before. Like they just sometimes say things that I don't think they filter right in the doctor's appointments. So that definitely has helped a lot.
Yes, I did. My delivery was actually an induction. So the labor bat signal helped me to kind of prepare for going in for induction. It was right around Christmas time. You know, it's the holidays. Everyone wants their peace and quiet around the holidays, but I absolutely reached out to you and Taylor both, and both of you were very responsive in answering questions and just sending good vibes to me and being that positive source of reassurance.
Yes. I felt more confident being able to voice those things to my doctor as well too, because she was very strong-minded when it came to some of her opinions. So
I did. I loved it. You guys were very quick to respond and very calming when I needed somebody like in the right headspace. My husband and I mean, we were pretty stressed out and just our brains were not where we needed them to be. And so having you and Taylor there was really helpful.
In the labor bat signal, I felt like I could just like bounce any sort of thing that was happening with my body that I wasn't expecting. It was just nice having so many different people to kind of talk to while, it was go time. Because it's very exciting, but it's also like nerve-wracking. And then as well, like you can't predict what's going to happen. That was something that I was like, wow, I felt very prepared. I had an idea of how I wanted the birth, but it did not go the way I envisioned it at all.
Yes, but after I gave birth, all of that made me more comfortable speaking up.
I used it not like during birth, but like during those 6 weeks, and I felt good about it because there was one time when I came back from like a checkup and I was just so confused, and I was able to get in contact with you guys, and that just cleared my mind and get all my questions answered. Yeah.